potato time. Let's take a look at the lunar gardening calendar for this month. Today is the 23rd and a full moon. So in the next 2 days is perfect to plant root crops. And the only thing we have to worry about is April 15th is the last frost date here in Missouri in Zone 5B. So there's a chance of at least one more frost. Last year we only had a frost April 2nd, and by keeping everything covered up that day, you know, everything worked out just well. Look at this. Spring is definitely here. Flowers in bloom, bushes in bloom, and look at that. Dandelions in bloom. Do you know what that means? It's time to plant some potatoes in the potato garden. Let's take a look at the ones that I've got in some of the containers and pre-rooting. The grow bags here are starting to sprout. Let's see under here. Yep, these guys are already starting to sprout too. So it's pretty much time to put them in the ground. I'm gonna uncover them, you know, start uncovering them so that they can get some daytime sun and get hard. Look at that. Need to get the water hose out and water them, but they look great. The potato onions are doing well right here. Looks like some of them haven't came up yet. Or in this area and up here. Hopefully they still will. Look at that garlic. The walking onions back here, the potato onions, and the white multipliers are all doing good. You can already see that one dividing up. When it gets a little warmer, I'll pull the soil back and expose the bulb. For right now, you know, I'll leave it covered. I still have Walla Walla onions that I got to get put in, and I'm starting a base here of wood chips, and then put some compost on top and get them planted. No real sign of the asparagus yet, but any day now it should be popping up. The peas that I planted are up above ground. There's 3 different varieties. I think Oregon sugar peas, or yeah, Oregon sugar, and then another snap. I don't remember what the other one is. I need to get the weeping willow into the ground. I started it from a stick cutting from one of the trees at the elementary school. The Russian 14 comfrey, or blacking comfrey, is coming up. Just love the first signs of spring, daffodils blooming. Fully sprouting. Amarillo's growing like 5 inches a day. The crocus already bloomed, but there's the purple hyacinth. The greenery from the crocus. And this is kind of a gift from Mother Nature. I'm thinking it's kind of a possibly hyacinth, but it's not. I have no clue really. It's pink stripes on white. It just appeared out of nowhere. It's kind of like a tulip base, and then single flowers instead of multiple, like the hyacinth. I have a makeshift greenhouse I put together. I found a baker's rack that was thrown out, and I just put plastic over it. I've got it anchored to the wall here with it's like, I'm not sure what it's called. It's like plumber's wire, little bitty holes into a metal piece, and just put a screw in here and here to keep it secure to the wall. First is starting to up the little bitty violets, I think they're called. This area has all kinds of wild food that's, you know, foraging type foods that grow underneath this. They're not all up and blooming. And here it looks like a wild strawberry coming in. Looks like part of a nest put in this tree here. This is Japanese maple, a butterfly Japanese maple. Beautiful variegated leaves come on it. Some sort of apple bush. You know, I haven't figured out what it is yet. You know, but it does get an apple or two. A lot of times a frost will hit them and kill back all the apples. There's the comfrey up here, and the Freedom Road, or let me see, no, it's a knockout rose. There's the okra from last year. All the seeds came out of the pods here. Look at the apple trees that I planted last year. It looks like they're starting to bud. This one is the Macintosh, and the other one's a Paula Red. You know, these budded a while back, and I'm not sure if the cold and frost got to the first buds or not, but new ones are coming out. And that one's got several buds coming out, blooming into leaves. There's a couple Walla Wallas that I left in here. These will hopefully turn into seed this year that I can collect and grow my own Walla Wallas from seed. There's the third one there. Silk is out guarding the garden. Or the kingdom. This year I'm going to put corn back here and move the tomatoes up further. Comfrey's doing really well here. Most of my leaves blew off, and the covering that I had on here blew off. I got to reset this fence with a heavier fence post and get all the dock out of here. This right here, even though it was a trap for Japanese beetles, I'm gonna pull it out. And I ordered these sonic mold things that are supposed to, you know, take away moles by noise, and they haven't got here yet. There's my garden garlic from Mexico. And the carrot bed over there is sparse. It's like, let me get past this fence. Okay, we've got some carrots still growing in there, or regrowing from last year. And I don't know what happened to those. There's a mole hole in this bed. It's like somebody's been chewing on the carrots. Was it you, Silky Poo? Huh? And there's some dock right in the middle of it. And then I'm not sure what this is. A little bitty white flower. Carrots. They're still edible. Or most of them are. That one's tiny. That one's too soft. Just broke that one. That one is not any good. So overwintering them, some of them worked out, and this one's rotten. The frost froze them. That's the purple one. Silk says pet me and forget the carrots. Oh man, look at the size of that carrot. This is like, it's 2 inches wide. It has a little bush up there. That's amazing. Wonder how deep it is, or if it's okay. I'm not gonna pull him up today. Just get some more soil around it and keep it growing. What? You want attention? You say stop gardening and play with me? Is that what you want? Huh? Oh, you poor sucky poo. You don't get no attention anymore, huh? She says, yeah, right there. That's the spot. Keep rubbing. So much for working in the carrots, huh? We have to pay